Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 61 here on season 1. Wow, we're still in season 1. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about the top 3 ETFs that I would stash or that I would auto stash on Stash Retire. So there's a group on Facebook that I'm a part of. It's called like Stash Investors. They're always talking about whether you should auto stash or not auto stash. I think that it's possible. Auto stashing is basically the same thing as dollar cost averaging. So if you're like, what the heck is dollar cost averaging? Check it out right up there. Anyways, brought out this really cool pin. My wife says that these are the best, absolutely the best pins. I legitimately use them on everything. I use them for woodworking, everything. I don't even use a pencil anymore. It's just like these pins are the best. I'm not sponsored, but wouldn't that be awesome if like we got free pins all the time? Anyways, so let's go ahead and not to get off the topic, but anyways. So, delicious dividends. For some reason, I don't know, this is just my personal bias, but this ETF I just absolutely love and adore. So, I might be a little bit biased on this one, but this is the stock that, or the ETF that I would auto stash highly. You don't know whether it's going to go up or not, but it has been going up, I think, since like 2008. It'll probably go down when we get a crash or a correction, but can still continue to go up. The best thing about this is that it does pay quarterly dividends, and they're actually really, really good. So the thing that I like the most about Delicious Dividends is that it does pay you those quarterly dividends, and you can take those and then reinvest those into other ETFs, or you can just reinvest them back into Delicious Dividends and get paid more dividends. So that would be the first one that I would auto stash. The second one, so this is like top 3. So if you were going to only be in 3, this is what I would do. And then I got a wild card fourth one. So I would then also, based upon what Stash said, so if they said that you should be an aggressive, actually forget what Stash said. What I think you should do is you should be in the aggressive, moderate, or conservative. And I think it's based upon your age. So for the aggressive account, I would auto stash if you're 18 to 35. So that would be the one that I would be in. If you're 18 to 35, I would auto stash that along with Delicious Dividends. If you're 36 to 56, sorry, go ahead and get into the moderate account or the moderate ETF, because obviously you're going to want to preserve a lot more capital. And then lastly, if you're like 56 and above and you're still on stash, like that's awesome. You're rocking it, by the way, that you actually like use a cell phone. But if you're 56 and you're on stash, then I would recommend using the conservative approach, which is going to be basically interest and preserving your capital is all that it's going to do. Next, I would also suggest using like Park My Cash, or I think there's like a U.S. government bonds one. I would recommend using one of those, and I would do like, if you're younger, I would do like 10% or something like that, maybe 20%. When you get older, I would do more into those ones as auto stash. But to say you were only you're like, I can only auto stash $20 a month. I would say, okay, great, do 10. Okay, I would say do 7. Okay, do half and half. So 7 Delicious Dividends, 7 to aggressive, moderate, or conservative, and then the rest, which would be $6 to no. I don't like that one. 20, yes, 18. So 9, and 2, okay? $9 to Delicious Dividends, $9 to moderate, conservative, or aggressive, and then $2 to Park My Cash. Lastly, if you can afford $25, here's a little wild card that I would do. I would just pick whatever you feel like is the best. So I would be like scrolling through and be like, oh, you know what? I like American Inventors. I'm just going to auto stash that one. Because really, honestly, that's what matters the most, is staying in an ETF over the long run. That's when you're going to see your big returns. If you're like, oh, I'm going to try to trade this, it's not going to work, right? You're not going to make money. So I would say long term, just pick a ETF that you're very interested in and just go for it. So I hope that helps you out. Let me just run through those top 3 again. I would do Delicious Dividends, aggressive, moderate, conservative, and then Park My Cash along with a wild card. Just throw in an extra $5 into a wild card ETF, and then do 9 and 9, and then 2 on the Park My Cash. So anyways, I hope that helps you out. Let's go ahead and wrap that up with the question of the day. The question of the day, wow, this one's about money today. If you had $1 million, would the bank let you withdraw all of it in just once? You know, I don't think that they would, but I think that they have to. So I think that they would try to like deter you. They would never like, first of all, I don't think that they would let you just withdraw $1 million because that's like a lot of money. So they would have to fill out a lot of forms for that. However, if you like walked in and you're like, I want $1 million in ones, they would probably say, yeah, right, you're crazy. We got to process this. We can get them to you in all ones, but you're going to have to pick them up in 3 weeks from now or something like that so that we can get $1 million in ones. That's what I think about that. They do have to give you, it's a currency. It's just like if you were to pay in pennies, they have to accept it because it is the currency. So they have to pay you in $1 bills, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, if you have like statistics or research to back that up, go ahead and post it down below. I would love to read it so I'm not just speaking out of the side of my mouth. And until next time, oh, by the way, if you have any questions for future episodes, I just answered one of those last night about being 47 and using acorns. So if you have any questions, post them down below. I always tackle them on the next episode. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe up here. Check out the top 3 ETFs on Stash, the ones that I've had the highest returns on. And then check out this other video right about here. And until next time, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.